What's going on, you guys? I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about a very valuable life lesson I just learned, and it has something to do with this. I find that when we have a problem, whether it be in our personal life or in our business, we are so focused on the problem itself that it distracts us from the actual solution. And I just had this exact problem here with my business being my YouTube channel. So in the last month or two, my views and subscribers have been down significantly, but this has actually been happening with pretty much every financial and educational channel out there. And there are a lot of different reasons why this could be. I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that in general, the interest in cryptocurrencies has really died off. And I think a lot of the people that were viewing my videos and other financial videos out there were being recommended my videos after watching a video related to cryptocurrencies. So I knew that my numbers were down across the board. I knew that I had less views coming in, less subscribers, and as a result, less ad revenue. And I found myself so focused on the ad revenue that I was distracted by what the real solution is. So I was sitting there looking at my numbers saying, okay, my views are down, my subscribers are down. How can I get more views and more subscribers? Rather than shifting my mindset and realizing that this is a very stupid business model. And what I mean by that is that shame on me for being too reliant on the ad revenue side of my business. Now, this is a mistake a lot of YouTubers make. They are too reliant on one source of income. Talk to any millionaire out there and they're going to tell you you need at least 7 streams of income that are going to offset each other. So if one of your income streams dries up, you have 6 other ones that are going to help you balance that out. Now, I do have many different income streams related to my YouTube channel, but I'm still heavily reliant on the ad revenue, and ad revenue is not guaranteed because it fluctuates based on the number of views that you are getting. Now, when I have a good month, I make thousands of dollars on ad revenue. I've almost made tens of thousands of dollars in one month on ad revenue. But when I have a bad month, you might see a 30 to 40% dip in that number. So I found myself being, again, too focused on the numbers, too focused on the number of subscribers, the number of views that I'm getting, and I made myself take a step back and I said, what is the actual problem here? The actual problem is not the fact that I'm getting less views and less subscribers. My growth is going to slow down as I become larger and larger. It's kind of like when we talk about companies out there. You have a growth stock and you have an income stock. Growth stocks are companies that are growing like crazy. They're seeing double-digit growth rates. And then you see companies out there that are income stocks. They have much slower growth, and maybe they're paying dividends to shareholders to keep them around, but they're certainly not growing like crazy. You're going to see that same kind of growth rate with anything you are doing. Of course, when I first started my YouTube channel, it was new and exciting. That growth rate was through the roof, but over time, you're going to find your audience online. You're going to find your audience or your customers, and your growth is going to taper off. So the problem was not that of not having enough growth. The problem was not serving my customers or my fans or audience in the best way possible. So the problem is not the size of my audience. As of making this video, I have over 130,000 subscribers. The problem is not serving my audience in the best way possible and adding as much value as I can. So honestly, it took me a while to come to this conclusion. I spent a good couple of weeks just stewing over this, trying to think about how to get more views, how to get more subscribers, and I finally took a step back and decided to analyze my entire business and figure out where the problem areas were. And the main problem area that I found was that I was not doing as much as I possibly could for my existing audience. So what I did is I took a step back. I said, what can I do that will bring the most value to my audience as possible? And that is when I thought of this idea to create Stock Radar, which was my membership site. Now, I just closed that group. I'm not making this video to promote that. I'm just making this video to show you guys the actual thought process I went through, and I encourage you to do the same thing whenever you encounter a problem, whether it be in your life or in your business. So my problem was I was not adding enough value to the lives of my viewers, and so I took a step back. I tried to make the best possible thing I could, doing my weekly stock analysis, adding all of those courses, and I'm going to continue to add courses, and as a result, my audience, you guys, recognized the value that I had offered you, and I've had hundreds of people join that. So just about 1 month ago, I launched Stock Radar, my membership site, and it's been an absolute instant success just because I've added so much value and put so much work into that, and I'm doing as much as I possibly can for my audience. So in 1 month or so, I've pretty much duplicated my income from my ad revenue with my Stock Radar membership group. I now have 250 members in that group, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not doing this video to gloat or advertise that membership site. Clearly, you guys are interested, and it's getting enough through just word of mouth and people recommending recommending it. All I'm trying to show you here is that you're usually focused on the problem itself and it's distracting you from the real solution. In my example here, the problem was not my ad revenue. The problem was that I was too heavily reliant on that one source of income, and the solution was I had to diversify my income. And how do I do that? I figure out how to add value to my audience, my existing audience, and better serve people. That is the solution to the problem, and that is what you guys need to think about whenever you're in a pinch, especially with your business. It's usually not a problem of growth. It's usually a problem of better serving your existing audience or your existing customers. The best way for me to explain this is to use an analogy talking about an oil well. So you look at each one of your income sources out there as an oil well, and you're drilling for oil, and all of a sudden you find out that one of the wells is running dry and you're not getting as much oil as you were before. Does it make more sense to put more effort into that oil well or just dig for a completely new one? Now, yeah, it might take you a couple of shots to actually unearth oil if you're drilling and you find there's no oil here, and maybe you drill somewhere else and you look for oil, but eventually you're going to strike oil and you'll have a completely new well. So that is exactly what I go through, and that's exactly what every entrepreneur out there goes through, is you drill a well, and after a while it might dry up, and then you have to go out there and drill a new well or put more effort into this one. And it's a decision you have to make yourself, and it can oftentimes be a tough decision. And you might drill a couple, and they're going to come up dry. This has happened to me time and time again, and as an entrepreneur, you have to recognize that you're going to be wrong more often than you're right. You're going to have an idea, you're going to love your idea, you're going to test it out, and the market's going to say no, and you're going to have to come up with a new idea. I've had countless ideas here on my YouTube channel and countless ideas in life that I've tried to execute, and they've been miserable failures, but you just have to be right a couple of times, and it can be a very successful venture for you. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. Drop me a comment down below of what you think about this problem-solving process. And if you guys have a way that I can improve this myself or other people can improve it, please share that with us in the comment section below. If you are interested in learning more about investing in the stock market, I've created a free course just for you. The link is in the description below. Here are a few other videos you might enjoy as well.